Hi, it's been a while. My name is Anna. You might know me from a chess or gaming context, or maybe you don't know me at all. Or maybe you know me as that girl that almost broke down in tears in front of 127,000 people just a few months ago. That's my most recent achievement. But all jokes aside, that was a really tough video for me to record, and I want to tell you about what happened after and also what it felt like to be so vulnerable in front of so many people. So let's rewind a little bit. I was sitting in this room talking about some of my health struggles, both physical and mental health. The mental health side of things was something I could not really open up about, not even to my friends. Only a very few people knew about it. A very, very small circle, and then I ended up going to therapy. I've been attending therapy for over a year by now, and it helped a lot. I've gotten a lot better thanks to it, and I've gotten to process all the difficulties I was explaining in the video I'm referring to. I don't want to repeat everything I said in that video, but long story short, it isn't my story, it isn't my place to tell you what exactly happened, but it affected me a lot. It's someone I care about a lot in my family, and I was trying to help them a lot. I was trying to do everything I can to help their situation, and I failed. I couldn't. No matter how much I tried, no matter how much effort I put in, me and my sister, we tried literally every single thing we could think about to try to save this person from the situation that they are in. And even though there were a few glimpses of progress or improvement or positive changes, then it just went straight back into a very, very deep hole and a very big struggle. So we ended up having to accept as we cannot do more. And I think that's the hardest part about loving someone and wanting their best for them and yet not being able to do that. So all the consequences of that on my sister's life and my life have meant a lot of drawbacks, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of negative impact. But we thought that obviously those sacrifices we are willing to take so that we can help this person, we can help someone we love, and things will get better. But what do you do when you've done all those sacrifices? You've done all those difficult, really tough things. You went through a lot to try to help this person, and there's still no result. There's still no positive outcome. And you're going downhill. You're going deep down into that hole together with that person that you're trying to save. At some point, after months and months of therapy, both my sister and I had to realize that it's all good and nice and great that we want to help and that we tried. I think it's so important that we tried, because I would not have been able to not care. I would not have been able to not try my best to help someone that needs my help. But I also had to realize I cannot go down into that hole together with them if they are not willing to take the help. Because that's something that's really, I think, crucial in any such situation. If you know someone, if there's someone in your family, among your friends, among your colleagues that you have been trying to help, that you think that needs some sort of support, but they are not willing to take it, they don't want to get any help, you cannot push them to. You cannot force them to take something that they don't want. As much as you see the consequences of their struggles, as much as you see how deep they are in that hole, you cannot pull them out of there if they don't want to get help, if they don't want to accept your helping hand, or they don't want to get help from elsewhere. Obviously, I'm not thinking of myself as the savior or anything, but we were trying to point this person toward the right path. It wasn't gonna be me and my sister, just the two of us. Obviously, this is a lot deeper, a lot more complex of a problem. But if they are not willing to even recognize that there is a big problem, you cannot really make them see it without them wanting to open their eyes. So, did I say long story short? I'm making it long story long. But I think the implications of all of that is that sometimes, no matter how much you try, no matter how much you sacrifice, no matter how much you struggle and go through pain together with your loved one to help them, there still might be no result. And that seemed to have been the experience of many of you. I read a lot of comments. There's over 800 comments on my video, and I read almost every single one of them, if not every single one of them. I was religiously reading the comments. And what I got to realize is that a lot of you had gone through similar experiences with someone that you love, with someone that you care about, or with yourself, because sometimes the person that needs help, sometimes the person that needs saving is us. That shared experience, as much as it is really painful and really tough, it is also very human. We all go through some shit, whether it's our own struggles or someone else among our loved ones, someone you care about. And that can impact you a lot. Like, it impacted me a lot that I cannot help this person no matter how much I try. And I couldn't keep going down in that hole because I don't want to ruin my life over not being able to help someone when I tried my best, when I've given my all and it's still not working. And that's when you need to realize, what I had to realize, at least through therapy, that I cannot change their life if they don't want to change. And I cannot. No matter how much I'm suffering, no matter how much pain I'm putting on, it's not gonna change their life unless they want to change. And that was the toughest, of just accepting that I need to let go and I need to stop helping. I'm still trying a little bit. I guess I cannot fully just cut ties and not do anything. At least I'm trying to keep in touch. I'm trying to sometimes talk to them, see how they are, but I no longer am trying to do what no one can really, is to do the work instead of them, to make the change instead of them. It was just a really tough lesson from life, because I had been in tough situations before, but I never felt this desperate to try to save someone, to try to help someone and see no result, like none. So what do you do then? What do? You just accept that you failed? It felt like failure. I know it shouldn't be, but it felt like I failed them. It felt like I failed them because I couldn't save them. I couldn't change their life. I couldn't pull them out of that hole. But this is the part that I'm learning through the therapy sessions and through a lot of reflection and trying to just accept, I guess, a lot of acceptance that this is out of my control. It still hurts. I feel like I'm rambling, by the way. I'm sorry. I really made long story long. I guess my overall point is that whether it's something that you have experienced about people around you or in your own life, and you felt like you really needed to change something, you really needed to help yourself in something, but you couldn't, that really is such a tough feeling. And it is an experience we all go through in one way or another. And the reason I'm making this video is because it made me think about how, when I recorded that video back in the day, like 2 months ago, when I recorded that video, I thought I was recording that video for a small group of people who are my most hardcore fans. Shout out to the Wholesome Tomatoes who are always there for me. But I thought I was recording it for a really small group of people who are my most avid fans, who always are there, even if I only stream like once a month or even less frequently. They always show up, they always support me, but it really is not like a massive amount of people. I thought I'm recording the video to the hardcore fans that don't know why I'm not live streaming anymore, why I'm not posting more YouTube videos anymore, why I'm not around anymore that much. I thought it was an answer to them, to you guys who care so much. But the video ended up being watched by a lot of people who barely knew me or didn't know me at all. That video got me more new subscribers than any video in my life when I was a full-time content creator. And that was just crazy, that people care about the experience I was talking about, that people care about that shared experience, because I really think it goes way beyond me. It's not me and my story, wow, everyone listen to me, I'm so important. No, I really think that video got so much attention because it is something that is vulnerable, something painful, but something very human, something that we all share. And I want to make more videos like that. Not like I want to be venting and putting all of the bad stuff out there on you. No. We are not doing that. But I do think that there's value in opening up and being vulnerable when it comes to something that you might be able to reflect on as well, or we can reflect on it together. I am no psychologist, and I'm not gonna be preaching here like, hey, you should do this or you should do that. I just thought that the only thing I did in that video was to be okay with being vulnerable. And it's really something that didn't come natural to me. I did not think I was ready to open up for over a year about that experience. It's not easy. So I totally get you if you are not able to do that, if you find it hard to open up even to yourself. It's a lot of times easier to just ignore our problems, to ignore our issues and pretend that it's not there. That's what I was doing. I was digging my head deep into the sand and pretending everything is fine. At least I wanted everything to be fine, and maybe then it will be gone, you know? If I don't see it, it's not there. But that's not how life works, and I think you know that too. So I thought, what if we make a video podcast series about some of these shared experiences? Would that make sense? Would that have value? Would that be something that you would want to watch? Would people care? I want to make content that is valuable in one way or the other. I used to teach chess through videos. I still am. Actually, I'm working on a chess school course as we are speaking. And I still do chess commentary as well. But other than chess knowledge that I share through videos sometimes and through courses, I thought what I have spent a lot of time thinking about recently, and a lot of my own experiences put into something that's not chess, it really has been some of these life problems, issues, struggles, difficulties, challenges, obstacles, things that I used to not even recognize, or I would pretend they don't exist because I'm Miss Positivity. They used to call me Miss Sunshine. I still think that it's great to be a positive person, but it doesn't mean that you pretend that problems don't exist. I did not have that balance where I would be able to recognize that there's an issue. I would just rather go full on workaholic mode and I'm working and this is not happening. I'm just focused on the task. Feelings don't matter. I used to be pretty bad at even feeling what I feel. I might even have alexithymia, but that's another story for another podcast episode if we are making a video podcast out of this. But again, through all this rambling, I guess what I'm trying to say is I think I would like to be able to share more of these experiences with you if there is value in them. Not that I want to be venting, not that I want to be putting things onto you. It's more for the sake of actually processing things and reflecting on things and growing from the pain, which again is a pretty human, common, shared experience and something that I think we all want to do. I think we all want to try to do that, and whether it's something that is in you that you want to improve on or want to reflect on and learn from and grow from, whether it's something that is someone else that you care about that is going through something and you really want to help them. There's so many ways in which we share these experiences and so many ways in which we could learn from each other, to reflect on them and to discuss them. I guess it would be more like an open discussion, because I don't know shit. I really don't. I'm just learning about how to even process my own feelings, about how to process my own little world that is not just about achievement, do this, do that, because I'm really good at being a workaholic. I'm really bad at knowing what feelings are like and what I actually feel and what I am actually going through. So I'm a noob in this, but I want to be pursuing a lot more of this transparent, open, genuine approach toward everything, not just toward video making, but also in my life. I've been trying a lot to just feel the feeling, even if it's really uncomfortable, learn, observe, reflect, and all those things that I used to not do at all. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you would be interested in a video podcast, irregular video podcast. I was thinking maybe we could call it small big talks, because it's like deep topics but snippets. It's not like hours and hours. Plus I also don't have any experience or knowledge or expertise. I'm just someone that is trying to share something that maybe you are going through as well, and maybe we can reflect on it together. Because what I found that even just the fact that you start thinking about something that, oh hey, that resonates with me, that feeling, that hits something that maybe is a bit difficult for me, but I don't want it to be negatively impacting my life. I don't want that to be just there and annoy me or bother me or trigger something in me that I don't want. That was just an example, but you know what I mean. There's so many of these things that we have in our lives, whether we think of them as our personal traits or whether we think of them as bad habits, but through our lives, we go and learn a lot of not useful things too. I need to unlearn them sometimes. Some of them, not all of them, but the bad things, the difficult things, the ones that make you not be proud of yourself, because I have so many of those that I really wish I didn't have, I really wish I didn't do. And then I used to tell myself, oh, that's just how I am. But that's how my brain is wired, but it doesn't mean I cannot do something about it. More on that in future episodes, because we are just beginning on this journey. So how about that? Small big talks. Does that make sense? I really hate small talk, by the way, so it would be the opposite of small talk, but it would be like deeper topics in small portions. Just out there, up for discussion and reflection. No preachy, no, hey, I know better. I just want to share things that may be valuable to you as well. And I want to be selfish about this too, because it helps me reflect on them. Sitting down here and talking about all this, it helps me reflect on things that I need to reflect on. I would do this in therapy. This is a therapy session to me too, that I get to sit down, I get to open up and share something that's not easy to share. It makes me hold myself more accountable, that I'm actually trying my best to deal with things, to process things. And I guess that's important, that we hold ourselves accountable for wanting to make that change in our lives, whatever that might be, but to want to heal from pain, to want to grow from something that has been difficult in our life. It's always so much easier to just stick to our old bad routine or habits or trigger, rather than actually going deep into those layers that are trying to protect us from whatever pain or difficulty we do not want to experience again. But that is just cosmetics on a scar that's deeper than what it looks like, isn't it? I think I went really like ramble mode and short story long, but this is, I guess, what I wanted to say, that I've been reflecting on a lot of these things. And while I also want to make other type of content, and I'm working on a video where I was trying to make friends with people in Amsterdam by playing chess on a public square, among other things. So I've been doing a lot of other things too, together with Kevin, obviously, which is my full-time job, being the producer on the production of his channel, and outside his channel too, I'm doing a lot of things that I cannot tell you about. But again, all that's on a side note. In this video, I wanted to tell you about some of those deep, vulnerable things that started because I recorded the Why I Disappeared video and made me want to be that kind of person that is okay with being vulnerable, even if it's really uncomfortable sometimes. You know how many friends of mine and how many acquaintances and colleagues of mine learned about my mental health struggles and what I had gone through that video? And then when I meet them, everyone was so kind, everyone was so supportive. It just felt so weird that now everyone knows, but it also was a huge relief. I felt so much lighter once I got to record that video, as hard as it was. And I want to keep doing that. I want to keep loosening up and letting some of the things out that I've been just collecting deep inside me. Not even just for the sake of like, I want to put them out on the internet. I was just hiding them also from myself. As I said, I would not process things. I would not want to address difficulties. I would just say, oh no, I just put on some cheerful music and then I'm gonna be fine. And sometimes that's what you need, but other times what at least I needed and what I need now and in the future too is to understand what really is going on and be okay with not being okay. Sometimes you gotta do that too. So, hey, that would be a good title too. Anyway, I think small big talks, I'm leaning toward that, but let me know in the comments below if this is something that you would be interested in, and also let me know if you have any title suggestions maybe. And I'll see you in a future episode of whatever this video podcast is, I think. And also, you might see me in Amsterdam. Well, I already recorded that, but future video about trying to make friends in Amsterdam. Thank you for listening to my rambling. I hope you're okay. I hope things are fine. And if not, again, it's okay too. It's beautifully human that we all through this much pain and struggle. And I know I'm exaggerating now, but it really is. We all go through shit, and it's okay. But feeling sorry about ourselves, I don't think that's okay. I think we gotta go deep, sometimes as hard as it is, to see what's going on for real and try to heal from it and grow, because we all want to be better, we all want to do better, we all want to feel better, don't we? On that note, I gotta say bye for now and see you soon. Here is in my face, but see you soon in a future episode. Small big talks? I almost say big small talks, not small talks. I don't like small talk. That's draining to talk about the weather all the time, isn't it? See you soon.